Hi, everybody. I know I look a little rough. I've been traveling for much of the last month. I'm just back from one trip. I'm about to go out on another. Um, I wanted to do this real quick to tell you what I'm finding. And in many ways, what I'm finding is nothing new that I've spoken to you about or written about. It's more of a clarification and further confirmation of the truth of the things that I've said and I've written about. Um, so, I've talked to a number of different people from a number of different countries, and the consensus is that the Russians are penetrating countries. As I mentioned in my article, aggression by penetration, which is a phrase taken from John Epstein's book on the Code of International Ethics to describe how the Russians, or the Soviets at the time, were destroying societies to destroy the international order. The ideas set forth in that article are very real, and they're being experienced by other peoples around the world. And what you're having and what they're seeing in their countries and in America is the hand of Russia and others, to include, tech bros and a certain bunch of plutocrats, to basically reorder societies. And the big tool that they're using is nationalism, okay? Nationalism, populism. It's being used to rip apart societies. These groups, these parties have got the support of foreign powers, mainly Russia. And this has all been documented by others, by Catherine Belton, Unger, and others. And I write about it in my piece, Aggression by Penetration. So people are seeing this and they know the threat that Russia poses. They understand that we are engaged in a world war, which is designed to bring tyranny, to reorder societies domestically, and to reorder the world society. And this is going to have very bad effects for everybody. It's going to make everybody poorer, sicker. It's going to make them at odds with everybody. They're going to be dumber. So this is a very bad thing. So what is it that the proponents of this aggression by penetration are doing? Okay, well, I've already talked to you. It's a nationalist theme. It's a number of dark narratives in this country. We've seen these dark narratives, beginning with the birther issue with Obama, and then QAnon and Pizzagate. All this stuff is lies. And the 2020 election was rigged. Lie. There's a deep state. Lie. What they're targeting American power. And this is Trump and his people doing it. And he had a backing from a lot of plutocrats and from the Russians. Okay, so what they have is all these dark narratives to reach into people's darkness and to utilize that and to mobilize them to attack, to destroy. And one group of people, one of many groups of people that they've been very successful in getting are some of the younger kids who are online with some of these games that are online, 8chan and so on, 4chan and so forth. These people were weaponized in large measure. Another group are the MAGA that we've heard about, and they have a variety of different grievances. They have a variety of different psychological issues and emotional issues that orient them towards this fear and anger, and want to destroy response to society, that make them want to follow these dark narratives and to destroy their society. And of course, aside from MAGA and in addition to MAGA, you have Catholic MAGA. And what we saw in the last week or so, with the Pope regarding the issue of an award for immigration from the Archdiocese of Chicago to be presented to Senator Dick Durbin, what we saw in that whole brouhaha, that whole kerfluffle, is we saw the MAGA Catholics, the neo-trads, come out of the woodwork. And now they're against Leo the 14th, because they were against Francis. And these people, the neo-trads, are people who want to destroy. Mike Lewis just did a piece. I'm sorry, I don't think I have the name of it. I just read the thing. It just came out. Let me see if I can find it while I'm talking to you, because I think it's worth reading. I believe he summarizes a lot of the issues here that are dealing with the trads, or the neo trads, And the article is called Analysis, Straight Answers, The Reasons Behind Restricting the Latin Mass by Mike Lewis. It issued today, October 7th, 2025. Find it and read it. I think it is very powerful. I would add that what is important to understand about MAGA and the Catholic MAGA and the neo-trads, which is a name given to the traditionalists by Professor Massimo Fagioli. What you need to know about the MAGA trads or about the MAGA Catholics, about the neo-trads, is that these are people who are very angry. They're very dark, and they're a fifth column within the Catholic Church. They're a fifth column within the United States. And they are here to advance geopolitical goals of the Russians and of the plutocrats. They're here to tear apart societies. Now, why is this important? Well, they have to tear apart and destroy before you can bring something new. Okay? So they want to bring tyranny. Now, they're going to say it's in the name of nationalism and whatever, right order, but it isn't. What they are fomenting and what they are about, what the MAGA Catholics and the MAGAs and the neo-trads are about, it's about conflict, not cooperation. It's about conflict. And what they have to do, what the MAGA and the MAGA Catholics and the plutocrats and the Russians have got to do, all working together, in order to establish their new world order, which is going to be a very dark world order. It's going to be very dark. Like I said, you're going to be poorer, sicker, in conflict more, dumber. And what they have to do is they have to take out two main objectives. One is America. They have to remake America. They have to destroy America. And I've talked to you before, Donald Trump is the wrecking ball. But it's not just Donald Trump. He's got a lot of people behind him. He's got tech bros behind him. He's got the Heritage Foundation, which I'm going to do a show on that, with Stephen Roberts, who is a pious Catholic, I'm told, who has said that Trump will bring the Second American Revolution, and if the liberals don't fight back, it'll be bloodless. So what Roberts is talking about, the president of the Heritage Foundation, who came up with Project 2025, he's talking about redoing the entire American state and the entire American country. And he's talking about taking it down to something it never was and it never should be. It's a devolution. And Roberts, if I can kind of spill the beans a little bit on him, the president of Heritage Foundation, devout Catholic, and he is somebody who comes from a broken family. And so he's angry. And these guys who are in leadership positions, who claim to be Catholic, who claim to be MAGA, are oftentimes very, very broken, very damaged people. I've talked about this before with the chatters. Very damaged people. You got substance abuse issues with these guys. You've got sexual abuse issues with these guys, and you got narcissism running through it. They're angry at the world, and they want to break, and they want to hurt, and they're used to do that. Okay, and they get a little bit of fame and fortune in the meantime. So America's the one objective. Okay, that the MAGA Catholics, the plutocrats, and the Russians want to go after. They got to take down America, and Trump is trying real hard to do that. Secondly, they have to take out Vatican II. They have to discredit Vatican II. They have to destroy Vatican II. Why is that? Why do they have to do that? Because the essence of Vatican II is cooperation between people and peoples. That's why. They have to take that out and substitute conflict, division, anger, fear. That's all I got for now. I got to get back on the road. Thank you.